I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day. And of course, I have an amazing author on the show today. And I'm just so excited to have her. But
so my first name is Adejoke.
I want to thank you so much for being here today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
No problem. So, okay, tell us about yourself. How did you, become an author?
I didn't intend becoming an author. I was simply living my life. Things will happen every now and then. Back in 2019, October, November, I had a reunion with my high school classmates. It was our 50th year reunion since leaving high school. And of course, that brought a lot of childhood memories. It was very memorable getting together after 50 years. Some I had not seen in those 50 years. So that brought a lot of memories. And then right into 2020, at the beginning of 2020, these memories just kept flooding in one way or the other. Every now and then, I will kind of take stock of what's been happening in my life, but most of the time I just think about it. Sometimes I would do a timeline, like just draw and, note the specific events. But this time around, the memories just kept coming. I will do my little sketch, put it aside. And then at the beginning of 2020, exciting time of our lives, we were also expecting our first grandchild. And as these memories came, it was like, why don't you just put it down and write it, and at least the grandchildren can read it. And that was my only intention, to share my life with my progeny. So I thought, okay, I will write it. And I kept writing, and then I would have more memories, I will find more materials. And eventually it was like, okay, get somebody to publish it. And I thought I would just publish it and keep a few copies available for the grandchildren when they're grown to read. Well, things kind of got away from me. Mr. Rodriguez and Mr. Reyes got hold of me and said, well, your book, you have to promote it because it can motivate other people and all that and all that. And that's how I found myself with you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So it kind of escalated. It was kind of like a snowball that kept picking up snow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That is so cool, though. I mean, think about it. I mean, something that you didn't purpose to actually turn into such a big event, but I'm sure you can motivate people. I'm definitely sure. So this is a memoir about your life for your children and your grandchildren and greats and so on and so forth that is now for all of us.
If you can motivate people, I'm happy.
That's what that is. Wow, wow. So tell me a little bit more about your story and how you came about, bless you, and how you came about to actually, write this, and how long did it take you to write this?
The writing of it, I started sometime in January of 2020, and that's the month when my grandbaby was born.
Right.
And I kept writing, things it was taking shape, more and more materials came. And then I was blessed to have another reunion with my dental school classmates 40 years after graduation. It was an online thing because it was during COVID.
Right.
But that was another memorable event. By then, I'd written most of what I thought I was going to write personally. And then I connected with my peers. Many of them have had really remarkable achievements. So, I took their permission and said, you know what, can I include you in my story? And about how the class responded, yes, and forwarded me materials. So it's, the scope just expanded beyond what I thought.
Yeah,
initially.
Definitely. Isn't that amazing how things should just kind of take shape beyond what you believe it should go or where it should go. That's just amazing. So, all right. So the book is out. Did
Yes,
you freak out a little bit? Like, oh my gosh, I never purposed it to be this way.
I sure did. Many times too.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, okay, so if I was writing a book for my kids and that happened, I would just kind of freak out a little bit. I mean, so what brought you back to reality? What brought you back to understanding that this book could help other people just as much as your own family?
Um, like I said, it wasn't my idea.
Ah,
Um,
that's
Mr.
right.
Rodriguez and John Rice, both of them kept, pushing me to say, you know what, we have to promote these books, we have to put it in book fairs. And at first I resisted, but initially they were persistent. So it was like, okay, if you think it can help anybody, I have no objections to doing that. So
Right.
while I didn't, even for the grandchildren, the thought wasn't so much, oh, maybe it can help them. It was just for them to just see how my life has navigated around so many different aspects. So I didn't set out with it, but if that is the purpose that God meant for the book, so be it.
That's right. That's right. So, how are you dealing with your newfound fame? I mean, being on TV shows and podcasts and interviews. And have you done any book signings yet?
No, I haven't.
You got any scheduled?
Well, I've been having some push to do that, but I think I've also been fighting it. So I don't know
Why
that
have you? Why? Wait. Why have you been fighting it?
uh, I'm a shy person.
That what's so funny because it's like, okay, you were pushed into it. You're like, okay, I'll do it. Just leave me alone. I'll do it. Just go away. Okay. And now no one's going away. So
Oh Lord.
I mean, to to the point where you're gonna be this mentor, this inspiration. How fast or how long do you think you're gonna run? That's my question.
I was hoping to hide, not to keep rough.
Oh my gosh. So you've been pushed out of your shyness into the limelight. And I don't think you're going to be able to run.
Okay.
How does that feel?
Well, it's it's humbling. It's a little bit scary, but if I have to deal with it, I think I will be able to.
I hear you. I hear you. Because book signings and stuff, people want to be a part of you. You're the product. It's not so much your book, but it's your life and it's your motivation and it's your help that you can give to other people. And I think if we put it into that perspective, it might be easier for you to do book signings.
Um, I can't argue with you because this is what you do. So, okay.
So, I mean, after this whole thing is finished and it kind of dies down a little bit because it never really completely dies down unless you take the book down and have people forget about it. Okay. But if you leave it up there, this is not going to stop. I mean, it may slow down, but it's not going to stop. But let me ask you the biggest question that I have on my mind right now. Are there any new books inside of you?
Huh. Now that you said that, a few thoughts have come to me. I have not put pen to paper yet.
Well, you can't run, my darling author. You're gonna have to go out there. If you're gonna put pen to paper again, then you have to put pen to paper for book signings.
Okay, lady,
She's
you bargain hard.
like, okay, lady. But it's true. It's like, okay, if you're gonna do this again, then you're definitely not gonna run. You can't hide. You can't, you're just gonna have to just come and just do it.
I hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, so now that you're thinking about writing your second book, I know you haven't written anything down yet, but it's in you. What's the future hold for my newfound not shy, getting ready to do book signing author?
I wish I had that telescope to look into the future. I do not, but I'll take one day at a time, take one step at a time. And when writing's coming or book signing coming, then we'll look at it.
Definitely. Well, I always find it really good to bring someone from my family to do the book signings with me. It makes me more comfortable and it makes me feel like as if I'm at home and I have someone there that's anchoring me down and keeping me from jumping out of my skin because I too get nervous.
I'm certainly not going to be short of that. My children are very supportive. So now that they're hearing you, I know right from this evening what I'll be hearing is
Did I do
talking
that?
about books.
I did that, didn't
Yeah,
I?
yeah,
I'm sorry.
you've just done that. No, I know you're not sorry. You meant to do it, and they will take you up on.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm so sorry. I really am sorry, but you're right. I'm not really sorry because I just do it. You're gonna be amazing. You're gonna be great at it. You wrote
Okay.
an entire book. You lived your life in the public as someone who helped the public. You can do this. You got this. You
I
got
hear you.
this. So your book, and I'm going to go ahead and say the name of your book is 4 Decades in the Dental Profession. This is going to be a memoir about your life, purposely for your children and your family, but now it's for everyone. And so I'm going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. And I want to thank you so much for being here. What kind of advice do you give to people who maybe want to write their memoirs down?
Well, I'm going to use your words. Just do it. When it comes to you, just start writing it, and somehow it will take shape. Because that's what happened to me.
That's it. Just do it. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna do it. Adejoke.
You
Did I do
did
it?
pretty good.
I did pretty
You did
good.
pretty good.
Oh, I'm trying.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. You're a wonderful person, and I think you're gonna do an amazing job at your first book signing, and then all the other ones, and then pen the paper for your next book. How about that?
It's kind of exciting.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it's like a life that you didn't have that you know what I mean? That's amazing. I think that's amazing. I think you're amazing. I think it's great. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. And you are very good at what you do. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
No problem. And thank you guys so much. We're going to have all of that information about the book in the description box below so that you can go ahead and go to all the places to go get it. But most of all, let her book be an inspiration to you. Maybe you want to go ahead and get it just to get those pointers. So you, not to rob anybody, but just to be more motivated. I mean, listen, we're all motivating each other here on Dream Chasers Radio. And that's what it's all about. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I did to be different. I did to be different. I did to